this is John Bardos of JetSetCitizen.com, and this is my first interview with Cody McKibben of Thrilling Heroics. So first of all, Cody, thank you for doing this interview. So please tell me, who is Cody McKibben?
Well, I run a website called ThrillingHeroics.com where I blog about personal development, travel, web entrepreneurship, and now I'm really starting to talk with others about my experience kind of living location independent and running a business from anywhere in the world. And the business I run is Thrilling Heroics Consulting. I do a lot of WordPress work, web development, and consulting with other companies on how to create their web presence and social media marketing.
Okay, and you're in Thailand now. Please tell us what Thailand is like.
Yeah, I have a home base here in Bangkok, and I've been living here for about 8 months. It's an awesome country. The lifestyle's fantastic. Cost of living is low. I live in the city, but I try to travel as much as I can around the region and to nearby countries. So the beach isn't too far. I've been to Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Hong Kong. And I've been doing this for 8 months, slowly learning the language, making some cool Thai friends, and really broadening my kind of worldview, understanding a foreign culture, surrounded by about 90% Buddhists. So it's a lot of fun.
So how do you manage your visas while you're staying in Thailand for 8 months?
It definitely does present some hoops to jump through for, a freelancer or small business owner like myself. If you're employed by a larger company or you get a job here in Thailand, you can actually get a year-long business visa pretty easily. But myself, I get a 3-month tourist visa. So basically every 3 months I need to exit the country. But I just use that as an opportunity to do some travel nearby. And my good friend Dwight Turner, he runs a site called In Search of Sanuk, SANUK.com. He and I kind of use that opportunity to go do some fundraising and charity work and volunteering, in whatever destination we go every 3 months.
So you can renew your visa indefinitely like that?
Basically, you can, yeah. If anyone wants to know kind of, more in depth, feel free to get in touch with me at thrillingheroics.com. And, I've got the whole system figured out. But, every 3 months you'll need to renew. You just go to, a neighboring country, go to the capital, find their embassy and apply. There's some time constraints that apply. So I can get into the nitty gritty of that maybe elsewhere. But yeah, if you time it right and you know what you're doing, basically every 3 months you can take a 1 or 2 week trip somewhere else and then come back to Thailand. So it's ideal for doing the location independent thing and being low cost.
All right. And how much does it cost to live in Thailand? Everybody wants to know numbers. What does it really cost to live in Bangkok, especially?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's definitely one of the places in the world with the lowest cost of living, and yet one of the nicest lifestyles, for that cost. I myself, I do live pretty minimalistically. I like keeping it simple, not owning a lot of things, and I love being able to just pick up with 2 bags and go anywhere. So you could get a lot more luxurious, but I live pretty well for 750 to 1,000 US dollars per month.
That's
My
great.
rent, I've got just a studio apartment, but real basic, but it's in the heart of the city, close to transportation. I have, TV, it's furnished, and I have a balcony, and rent there is only about 220 US dollars per month. So,
So for someone new to freelancing, would you recommend WordPress development? Is that a good way to go?
well, yeah, if a lot of people study computer engineering in school. I know a lot of programmers and coders that I went to school with and grew up with. So if that's something that you're inclined towards, I definitely would recommend it, if you can learn. Anyway, there's a ton of resources out there. There are a lot of people doing WordPress development now, but it's pretty easy to get into. It's not a tough learning curve. So yeah, I would recommend it. And if anyone wants some work, I'm always looking for awesome designers to team up with. So ping me.
All right. So I see your name pop up on a lot of sites Location Independent or on Virology.com. You're working with them now. So please tell us about your social media experience and the things you're working on right now.
Yeah, that's why I got into this business. Is I started making connections with a lot of other writers online and making friends with a lot of them. So June Loiza from Virology.com. He's had a few different things, and I met him about a year and a half ago. He lives in Los Angeles, and the guy's I think he's about 25 also, just like myself. And, he's a machine. He's a Gen Y entrepreneur machine. So I follow everything he does, and he interviewed me a while ago about the lifestyle, location independent stuff, and then asked me to join this team expert put together. And then I kind of got connected with Leah Woodward of locationindependent.com because I'd followed her and her husband, Jonathan, for about a year or two because they were living the lifestyle that I really wanted to. I think they've been doing it since 2007, and I got started at the very end of 2008. So anyway, nowadays I'm helping them really just promote the lifestyle, talking about it like we are here. And I would highly recommend to anyone interested in location independence or becoming a digital nomad to definitely check out locationindependent.com. Leah and Jonathan Woodward, every resource they put out, every ebook, every destination guide, it's really top quality stuff, and they have a strong consulting background, so they've definitely taught me a lot.
So what's the future for Cody McKibben? What are you planning to do with your business and your goal and all the work you're doing online right now? What's the ultimate destination for you?
Well, kind of my personal philosophy actually is that I'm kind of along for the ride. I definitely have a lot of goals, personal development and business development stuff that I'm working on. But opportunities present themselves to me all the time that I don't anticipate, and so I try not to plan too far in advance. But my overall goal with my life is definitely just to cultivate and maintain the freedom to choose the projects that I work on, the people I work with, and when and where I work. So that's why I've chosen this lifestyle. You're definitely trying to develop Thrilling Heroics Consulting, and I'm always looking for remarkable people who, want to get their web presence dialed and become notable online. But I'm just having fun, I like traveling, I like connecting with cool, interesting people, and whatever route my life or career takes, it really doesn't matter as long as I'm doing something I'm passionate about.
All right. So how long do you plan on being in Thailand for then?
The plan was to come out here for a year plus, but I have a really good friend, Dwight, who I mentioned before, who's out here, and actually another business partner out here as well. And we're kind of starting to get involved in maybe doing a Thai company. I do a lot of fundraising and charity promotion with Dwight at In Search of Sanook. So I may actually kind of end up being out here for a while longer. But there's definitely some other spots in the world that I would love to spend some time. I want to go to Australia for a year or so, and I'd love to see Argentina, maybe somewhere in Africa. But yeah, I'm just kind of gonna ride the wave, and we'll see when the time is right to move somewhere else.
Do you have any plans to settle down and go back to the States?
Not anytime soon. I did visit home for about 3 weeks a couple months ago, and that's something I'll probably continue to do at least once yearly. But for now, I definitely like the lifestyle. I love traveling, and I love expat life, like yourself. I think I've found a place for now, at least, where I have community around me. I've made some friends and colleagues, and yeah, while I'm young and still in my 20s and don't have a family, I do plan to continue traveling and just experiencing different parts of the world until I'm really ready to settle down with someone.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the interview today, Cody. It was great. We learned a lot here, and it was nice talking to you today.
Yeah, thanks, John.